Welcome back, race fans. We are in qualifying for tonight's MSAVED GTP GT3 series here at Sebring International Raceway. This is where the hard work and setup tuning come to life. Just one flying lap could be the difference between starting up front or battling through heavy traffic once the green flag waves. Drivers have 15 minutes to lay down their fastest times. With Sebring's 17-turn, 3.7-mile layout, every second counts. The surface here is notoriously bumpy, especially through Sunset Bend and the backstretch. So a perfect lap means balancing aggression with smoothness. Right now, you can look at the bottom of your screen. You can see our lap times between four of the drivers. And with that being said, follow the on-track action here as we get set up for tonight's race. And I will get the track map up for you guys to see as they go around the track here. Currently, we are on Glen Pap. Looks like Joseph Martin has put the first time on with a 2-minute, 1 second. James Polson comes in with a 2:02. Glenn's coming in with a 2:04. Let's get a look at Joseph Martin here. Driving a number 5 Mercedes tonight. Mark Royce just put up a 2:01 as well. 0.890. Not sure who's running a 96 yet, but looks like the 96 is Kevin Merck. Okay. We got 5 drivers. We got a lap logged at this time. Apologies for that. All right, there we go. We should be good. So as you're tuning in tonight, if you look at the top left of your screen, you're going to see the driver's full name. Next column is their driving number. The column after that will be their best time they've laid down on track. Number after that is the gap between them and the next driver, and then following that is their intervals. Harold Hamilton in the 454. I believe we have 11 drivers signed up tonight, possibly. So as you're tuning in tonight, we've got just about 5 more minutes left of qualifying. A couple of facts about Sebring here is that it was built on a former World War II air base in 1950. And it was actually opened in 1950. It's built on the site of Hendricks Army Airfield. It was a B-17 training base in World War II. The signature event here is the 12 Hours of Sebring, one of the most prestigious endurance races in the world. And the raceway has hosted everything from Formula One since 1959 to IMSA and WEC and even motorcycle racing. The layout has been modified multiple times, but the current length is around 3.7 miles. It's got about 17 turns. It has 17 turns. It's pretty famous for its brutally bumpy concrete surfaces, especially on the oil airfield sections. And as you see there, oh, took a hard hit there. And that's alright, that's Harold Hamilton. Sure will be alright though. I don't think we have anybody else on track at the moment. I hear noise though.
Alright, Joseph, show off.
Sorry.
That was a great lap.
Yeah, that was a great lap.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man, good lap. I forgot there was 3.
You know, maybe if you use the driving line like we do, you'll slow down some.
There we go.
I'll be straight up. I do use the driving line in this series because sometimes I don't know the tracks, and it does help me a little bit. This track I kind of already knew, but I do use the line.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, we haven't raced in a long time, plus it was dark when we were practicing, so it helps. It's not a big deal. It's available to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, since we don't do these that much, whatever can get us all better racers is better, I guess.
Well, plus being that they're longer, it tends to be weary on the mind, so you lose focus. At least if you have that, you don't forget what you got coming up for a turn.
It gives you braking points without leaving you and making your eyes leave the track, so it works.
Did we lose Eric again tonight? I wonder what's going on with his connection.
I don't know.
Did he leave on purpose? And Chris isn't here either.
He didn't even log it.
All right, well, good evening, everybody. We have a minute left in qualifying. We're here at Sebring in our Sunday night RFJ MSAVED GT3 series. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We have a 45-minute race, and my intention was to have a transition between the time, but I think I messed it up. It looks like it just is set at one time, so I apologize for that. We got 45-minute race, unlimited fast repairs, damage is on, 50% fuel, so you will have to pit up for gas. One of our members, Kyle, is broadcasting the race on YouTube live, and he'd like the winner and the top three to stay after if possible for winner's interview, something new and exciting.
Probably won't be me.
Oh no, we just lost one.
Uh-oh, Glenn's gone. Should we give him a second to get back in?
Yeah, I won't grid till the last second. Hopefully he can get back in.
So as the good drivers get ready here, this is the I'm Saved GTP GT3 series. We're in week 3 at Sebring International Raceway.
Minute 40 to go. Don't forget to get in the track.
And the verse of the
I'm
day
going to wait to the end there and see if Glenn comes.
is brought to you by Michael Baker. Michael always puts scripture into our Discord chat. We're always able to check on it throughout the day, and we really appreciate that just daily reminder to take a look at the word. So today we're at Luke 12, verse 40. Therefore you also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. So thank you, Michael Baker, for submitting that verse today, and just wanted to give a shout out as always as we get ready to do 45 minutes here at Sebring International. And this is Racing for Jesus Motorsports. We have a website, www.racingforjesus.com. We have a Facebook, we have a Discord. If you are interested in racing with us, you leave a comment down in the YouTube channel here, and one of us will be sure to reach out to you and get you set up. All right.
I just texted him, but he hasn't got his phone on him, I guess.
He's got 20 seconds to get in here.
Alrighty, our drivers tonight will be split between the GTP prototypes, the kings of outright speed, and the GT3s, bringing their own brand of door-to-door competition. 2 classes, 1 race, and a whole lot of drama waiting to unfold. Points are on the line, bragging rights are on the line, and for some, redemption after the first 2 rounds. The season is young, but every lap counts, and buckle up, because it's going to be a great 45 minutes here at Sebring.
All right, let's have a fun race. Take it easy and just turn 1 on the first lap while the tires warm up, and then let's have fun.
get our leaderboard squared away here. I want to make sure it's readable for everybody. Let's go up to our leader here. Joseph Martin is going to be leading us off here. That wicked cool RFJ paint scheme. Got Mark Royce starting in second. James Polson starting in third. Troy Banks in fourth. Patrick in sixth. Mike Weisberg in seventh. Harold Hamilton in eighth. Art Walksman in ninth. Matthew Lesniewski in 10th. Glenn Papp in 11th. Eric Bergdorf in 12th. Keith Frazier in 13th. We do have 3 individuals that are not tracking gap in interval times right now, so we may have something going on with that. We may check pit road once the race gets going here. Remember that up in the top left of your screen where we have the green lines, the dash lines after the number, that's going to be the fastest, the driver's fastest lap times will populate in that area. The pace car is still tracking here, so the GTP prototypes, they're fastest cars here. They're sleek and purpose. They're built for top speed and precision. GT3 machines are slightly slower, but built for intense wheel-to-wheel action, with each brand bringing its own sound and style. They're side by side right now. Engines roaring down the backstretch here. They're heading into the final corner here, which I believe is Sunset Bend, my bad. And the pace car should be leaving here shortly. Yep, the pace car is leaving. And we are about to go green. Racing for Jesus Motorsports. Let's get this going. 45 minutes. Alright, taking into the turn here. First turn, no slip-ups. Joseph Martin is setting the pace. Mark here. Doesn't look like we have any mistakes yet. I think something with Hart here in the back. Seem to have lost some speed there coming down the stretch. Oh. Did we just have an incident? We did not. No, we did. We did have an incident. I don't know who that was. It looks like the number 8. And there it is. Yeah. No, that's 93. Patrick is going off. I want to say that was the 8 that. Let's see if we can track him down there. Troy Banks running in third. Patrick here's towards the back now. Hart running another RFJ paint scheme. Real good looking I like that. Pray.com on the front of the hood. Let's get it. Alright, back up to the front here. Got Joseph still setting a speed. And that Ford Mustang. And it's not about just flat out speed. Sebring rewards drivers who can keep their tires alive and avoid mistakes. Pit stops will be crucial. Even in a small slip in strategy could shuffle the order, especially in these 45 minutes. And every lap is a workout. Drivers dealing with constant vibrations. A lot of these sim racers, you know, if they got vibration in a wheel, if they're running a wheel with true force or anything like that, you know, when these cars go up over those rumble strips, that wheel is vibrating. So depending on what they have their strength set to, the Newton meter is almost 2 pounds in your hand. So if you're running a 10 Newton meters, I mean, as they're going around these turns right here, he's pulling to the right. He's pulling 20 pounds in his hands. So it's something to think about. It's a lot of effort and work.
Number 1 coming out of pits. I'm going to be on lockdown.
There's somebody going into the pits. Let's get a look on pit lane real quick. See. Pit lane, you do have somebody sitting down there in pit road right now. Looks like Mark Royce. And a number 50. Let's see if there was any incidents. Oh, is that what it was? Let's see if we can get that. Is this where it happened? Doesn't look like that quite where he slipped up. We know that this was Harold. He has caught a little bit of wall there. Yeah, looks like there's a couple guys coming in the pit road here. Ooh. See what happened there. So it got turned a little too fast. Coming in, let's get that dashboard. Can we get the dashboard up in a replay? No. Skipping her sideways. Made it look good doing it, though. I'll give him that. Back up to the leader here and see what Joseph and Troy are working on. I also want to point out during tonight's race that if anybody hasn't checked any racing news, Connor Zilisch was able to walk away from that fall he had in Victory Lane the other day with just a broken collarbone. Saw you were interviewing him during the race today, so good for him. He thanked everybody for everybody reaching out and prayers sent. And it's good to see kids got a lot of talent. for something so silly to happen. You can see it in your track map up there, right after that little red dash there. That's your start line there. Turn 1, and as Joseph comes back around, we'll point this out. Is this fast left-hander rewards bravery, but you have to commit, and you gotta trust the car is gonna stick, and you're gonna see slip-ups happen. You know, people overcommit to it, and as we ride along here, about to go into turn 1. You know, so Johnny's 110, 108. Just full commitment. Let's get a look at some of our other drivers, and let's also introduce, let's start at the front here. We'll start with Joseph. We'll see if anybody's filled out their driver profiles. So we'll hide that down in your bottom left, and we'll pull this up. So we got Joseph Martin. He's driving that Ford Mustang. We've got Troy Banks. Nissan. I probably got that wrong. I don't think that's Nissan. Acura. All right. Let's see here, and then we're gonna have James Polson from Anderson, South Carolina. All right. Running a Chick-fil-A car. I love it. He's running number 2 car. Checker flag Chick-fil-A.
Hey, sir.
We got Kevin Merck running behind him. And while I'm doing these introductions of people, he's from Jefferson, Massachusetts, I believe. He's driving another Ford Mustang. And we're going to take a look at the pit strategy here. That way you can get a chance to look at, you got a yellow bar here. It's 4 laps. Until you see blue is when they pitted. So you'll be able to see how long these guys have ran before a pit. We're actually going to probably pop up off tracks too. So you're going to be able to see up here in the top left, 1X, 2X, all those numbers. That's showing you how many times they've gone off track during their lap. Okay, so we'll push on through the field here. If you listen to Kevin Merck, his shifting is on point for his turns there. Taking off there. All right, our next driver running in top 5 position, Harold Hamilton. Running at 454.
Sorry about that, Mark. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you're good. Glad you stayed on track.
Good old Jack Daniels paint scheme in a
Lap
McLaren.
one, trying to stay out of your way.
All right, and we got Mike Weisberg, number 50. One driver we don't see tonight is Boltby. He was our winner last week, and I think he was running a BMW. So hope to see him out next week. See him on track. Make sure Harold didn't have his. Okay, so he doesn't have his location. Okay.
I really hate that turn.
And we got Matthew Lesniewski. I think I said it right tonight. He's also running that was a Ford. A little hard to tell in that paint scheme. The Napa paint scheme is good as we ride along with him. What's he taking his turn? Oh, no. What's he going to do with this? This is live, everyone. This is live. Oh, man. What a bummer. He's gotten right into the wall there. He's going to throw it in reverse. As he brings it back on the track here. We do have unlimited fast repairs. The one good thing about our series here is, you know, I'm not trying to make this a bad night for anybody. Alright, so let's look. I think we've lost some individuals, actually. Looks like Matthew is our last on-track car. I'm not seeing Mark. We're going to have Hart Waxman. Doesn't look like he's on track. We're stuck in the scenic here. Let's go back to TV mixed. Okay, there we go. So the drivers are getting into a rhythm now. This is where the tire preservation starts, and and just for a quick fact, Sunset Bend, that's the last corner before the finish line. So if you look on the right there, as number one starts to come around it, he's driving through it right now. It's the Sunset Bend. You see the sunset there, just gorgeous. It's notorious for testing drivers. It's bumpy. It's blind on the exit, as you saw the sun come into his face there. Even on a sim, you know, it really takes away your visuals as you're coming through it. And then it leads on the longest straight of the track. So if there's a battle coming into the Sunset Bend, I mean, you're almost driving blind. And you're trusting your car, you're trusting your muscle memory, you're trying to get through that turn, and if you got somebody at your door at the exact same time, I mean, the possibilities of that outcome coming out of that turn are endless. I'm not sure we can get in on any fuel. I'm going to see if I can pull up tire compound, but I don't think iRacing allows us to look at that data now. So it does not let us look at that data. Let's see if we can see any fuel information. We're going to bring back our Team 1. We're going to put the lap times of drivers down the bottom left as well for their best and their last time. Joseph Martin's got the record right now with the fastest lap at a flat 2 with a 960 in the hundreds. And I wish I could get some type of fuel reading, but fuel reading is not one to show. And I think iRacing puts that in there on purpose, so that way we can't give anybody too much information. Let's see if we can get some pit stop information. It looks like Saulnier was in the pits for 36 seconds. No, 5 seconds, maybe. So he was in the pit lane for 36 seconds. His pit stop was 5. You see our stint length right now. Running on lap 9, 16 minutes in. Joseph and Troy are running such close times, and even James Polson, he's only 2 seconds off, with Kevin Merck only being a second off him. I think that there was some stuff earlier in the race that really split up the pack. I mean, we'll get a look. Let's see what our drivers look like here. Let's take a look at safety ratings. You're going to see it up in the top left of your screen here. So we got a lot of A's in this race tonight. 2 Bs, a C, 1 rookie, Hart. You know, so good on Hart. He comes out night after night. We've done a couple of these broadcasts now. He's showing up, and it's cool. It's cool to see somebody who wants to get better. They want to race with people they can learn from, and I really believe that that's what he's doing. I mean, he's getting there. Let's see. So you can see their license, all A's, B's, I ratings. Pull this up. So we had a couple people pit. It looks like Hart. It says he's out right now. I don't know if he withdrew. He jumped to the pits. Matthew crashed, but he's still on track. Troy really isn't that sunset bend right there. He's trying to overtake him. It's just Joseph is blocking very well. I don't know if we'll see them in our broadcast for Victory Lane later. We'll do that on Discord, so may or may not. Let's go ahead and see. Looks like 3rd and 4th place have gotten separated a little bit here. Let's go ahead and check them out. So we got James Polson running 3rd in the Chick-fil-A. Kevin Merck. Keep in mind, we're coming up on 20 minutes of racing, so I expect pit lane to start getting busy probably around a 25 to 30 minute marker. Sebring once hosted Formula One race in 1959, and Bruce McLaren actually took the win in that race. So, and a lot of people don't realize that this track, it's also where manufacturers test their endurance cars. So if it survives Sebrings, basically they say it can survive anywhere. And we follow Mark Royce. He's in 9th now. Let's see. I don't think after Mark we have anybody on track. Mike going in a turn here. Look at his dashboard. Okay, so we're gonna go back over to the front here to this battle. I'm gonna turn the sound up a bit and then commentate in just a second. big movers. Let's see. It's not surprising that we had some people pull out. You know, this is. I got it myself and did test drive it on this track before the race started. It's not easy. You know, you gotta put in some effort on this one. You gotta put in some practice time. You know, one small mistake on this surface, it can cost you 3 or 4 spots in a heartbeat. What's wild is a lot of the concrete runways from the 1940s are still part of this racing surface. They did the first race was a 6-hour event called the Sam Collier Memorial. It's a combination of asphalt and original concrete. A lot of the jokes that racers usually say is that the bumps at Sebrings, they don't just test your car, they test your fillings in your teeth with all the bumps and the shaking.
I keep blowing that corner.
You heard from one of the drivers there. A corner issue. Let's see if we can track that down. Seems like Joseph's got that lead pretty secured with defense, but they still are running their lap times. I mean, his last lap was a 2-1. And Troy's running right behind him with a 2-1. Like, they're running right with each other. They're getting ready to come up on somebody there at the back. James Polson still holding them in that 3rd place position. Lap traffic is becoming a major factor now. As you look over in your right hand of your screen, you're going to start seeing numbers. 1st place coming up. It looks like 7th might have just stopped on track. Did we just have an incident? We got position 6, and I'm not seeing 7th. I think we might have had somebody roll into the pits. Let's see if we can pull up a replay. That's going to bring us all the way to the back. We don't want that. Looks like Joseph went into the pits, so let's check that out. Yeah, we got Joseph in pits here.
96 pitting.
We got 96 coming in. That's Kevin Merck. I wonder if we can get a good view. The pit lane angles aren't the best, but let's see. Oh. Yeah, our pit lane angles aren't the best, so let's just try to get back up to the drivers here as they all come in. And we can look at their pit times here. Bottom right of your corner, you're going to see 5.3, 15.1. Pit stop, we won't have one stop. So it looks like lap 13. We got a bunch of track action. Let's see if there was an incident back there. As Matthew Lesniewski came in. Let's just do some recap here. A little bit of sliding there from Harold Hamilton. Let's see what else. He came in. Oh, it looks like we had somebody in the wall. That was from Harold. Okay. And then that was back with Matthew. Okay, so we're a little caught up on the incidents here. So it looks like Martin, who's running second, he had a 15.9 pit stop. Poulsen had a 21.6. Merck had a 15.8. DeSaulnier had a 5.3. Weisberg had a 21.7. Hamilton had a 15.1, and Lesniewski had a 22.5. Now, again, that's that same turn. I believe that is one of the same turns that he got into before. And let's take a look at this. We're going to slow her down.
Good stop, Troy.
And see, he got into it too much. Let's look at his dashboard. We're not able to see his dashboard at the moment, but just getting in there, just too hot. Full brake. But he is back on track. He's still running. Still good. See him coming out of Sunset Bend. And he is going to take himself into pit road. Let's hear it from Matthew. He's still got this. He's held on. He's running 8th. You see, it's not easy. I mean, we only got 3 people that haven't gone off track in their lap right now. So as he gets into the pits, let's go ahead and take a look at Harold. Harold's had a little bit of a rough night, couple off-track incidents, 7 right now. See as he goes 3rd gear. Pushing it to the limit. These guys are pushing it to the limit. Sebring doesn't let you relax. Every corner, every lap. Test the focus. Tire wear was creeping. They got their pits in now. Lap traffic will continue to be a little bit of an issue. I have to watch for any late pit stops. Laps are going to be about all who can stay clean, who can handle the bumps when the fatigue starts to set in. This is 45 minutes. You imagine people do 12 hours here. In a 12-hour race here, imagine doing 24 hours. Like, it's intense. Let's go ahead and look up at Troy. Troy's running in 1st now, number 8. Looks like he's got his turns down pretty well. Joseph right behind him. Got about a 3-second gap right now. James Poulsen running that Chick-fil-A car, just hanging out in 3rd. He's got a chance for, you know, the 1st and 2nd can make a mistake. They can get into each other. They could bump a little bit. Somebody lose a little traction. And then he's in 1st. That's how quick it can happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see that running into the 40-minute marker. And it looks like Poulsen might have someone on his tail. And I think that is Kevin right behind him. Yep. So Polson's been running in third the whole 30 minutes, 33 minutes here. Mostly in third, and he's pretty much had the track to himself. But now it looks like after this pit stop. Oh, did we lose him? He blinked. He just blinked. Okay, still got him. But now he's got company. He's been able to relax in third, but no longer is that the case, as Kevin Merck is now closing it down. I mean, we're at a 0.5. You see the yellow number on the top left of your screen. He's at a 0.5 on him. Let's take a look. I'm going to pull up everybody's top speed. You're going to see it. It's going to be the last number
Welcome back.
on the
Glenn.
leaderboard.
Well, thank you.
You got Kevin Merck. It's our top speed of the night. He pulled a 160.
Still don't know what happened.
I don't know. It took you quite a while to get back in.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with connection. It was all the computer.
Man, that's not good.
I wonder if we'll see Glenn come out on track. He had a computer issue. And it happens. You know, everybody's got
using your
different
VR
rigs.
Yet?
Negative.
We're down to the final 10 minutes here at Sebring International Raceway for race 3 of the MSAVED GTP GT3 series. And this is the point where drivers dig deep. The track's bumps have been shaking these cars and their drivers for over half an hour. And now every lap is high stakes. In GTP, Troy Banks is holding on to the lead, but Joseph Martin is within striking distance. One slip in traffic, he can flip the order. Over in the GT3, we got, let's see who we got here. I think we got Kevin Merckx running 4th. But he's on gap to, let's see, he's 0.5. Yeah, so he's still chasing down James Polson. It's been shrinking. It was a 0.6. It's up to 0.6 right now as they go into this turn. But he's, oh no, and then Kevin loses it right there in the turn. Oh. Man, he was on him, too. Let's take a look at that. Right as he gets into that turn there, he only had a half a second gap. Just a half a second. And the car just got away from him. Man. And you can see he's trying to hold it in. He locks the
Well, that was
brakes
good
up.
racing, James. It was only a matter of time before I pushed it too hard for my skill level.
And there you hear it from him. He pushed it.
Yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't happen. We had a good race going.
At least he didn't hit the wall. He did not hit the wall. So, it wasn't bad. I don't know if that'll show up on our crash cam. And it will not show up on our crash cam. So, that's alright. As Kevin tries to make back up time now with an 8-second interval. Our leader's still got a 3-second interval up there. With James Polson, I think he's 45 seconds off of that. I want to say Glenn is on the track. So let's take a look. See if we can't track him down. We had computer issues, so... Alright. And there we go. There's Glenn Papp. That's the computer issues, and he's still out. So, give it up for Glenn. coming in 38 minutes. I think he came in at the 36.5-minute mark. But he's getting it done. The thing he puts on a lot of these events, helps orchestrate a bunch of the graphics that you'll see up in the top right. He does all the work for that. You know, the replay whenever that pops up, the YouTube thumbnail, and you just see his work right there. That card looks awesome. Coming down the track with the RFJ, more of like a chrome, white, red. It's crazy, you know, computer crashed, came back, he's still going to get a top 10. I think we can get he's putting down laps just as good as leaders. He got a best as a 2:05. The best of the race is a 2-minute flat set by Joseph A. Martin. 2 minutes. You can see it up there in the top. It's a purple number. That's the fastest lap of the race. And it's really going to matter for them guys up in the top. You know, we're coming into the closing laps. 39 minutes, about to be 40. The margin's tight. This could go all the way to the flag. Every braking zone, every apex matters now. One mistake, it could be in the race for the leader. You saw it there with Kevin. You know, he was closing in on James Polson, and it got away from him. The same thing can happen at the front of the pack. I believe if Glenn keeps out of here, he's gonna pass. Oh man, Glenn! That's that same turn. We saw Matthew Lesniewski do that same thing in that turn. Just got going too fast. Took it too fast. All right, let's take a look at this again. And there you see that it starts to kick out on him. That S. Right there. And we saw the same thing earlier from the Napa car. And these drivers, they take this turn and they got to lock them brakes up. And I mean, he saved it. Not too terrible. He didn't hit the wall. You know, he was able to get them brakes engaged quickly and get going. Company coming in from behind him there. We have had a good night of catching action when it's happening. You know, our crash replay camera, whatever the algorithm is for that, it's not working tonight, but we have gotten lucky. So, you know, when you're racing for Jesus, he likes to bless you with some action, I guess. So we have caught,
right up here.
we've caught plenty of these.
Thank you.
Glenn letting him around there.
Yeah, good heads up. I was not seeing you coming.
I've overdriven every turn since I lost it in pits.
And Troy's running a 3-second interval up in the front here. And got Acura. You see these drivers, they're running 100 miles out of these straights. And then they get into these turns here, and you see him come in. Troy still, you just saw him take that turn there. He's still running 130 mile an hour. 100 mile an hour going in that turn right there. Drops down to 70 real fast, but
Yep. All right, I'll see if we can do that. See what happens after the race.
Good win.
All right.
As we see, Troy Banks comes to the end here. It looks like we have our winner.
Congrats on the win, Troy. Troy, Joe, James, you guys in our Discord server?
I'll hop on.
All right.
No, I'm not into the Discord.
So we do have one.
All right. If you want to hang out here, we'll try to do ask you a quick few questions after the race. Just let me get ourselves set up here. We could do it right here.
Yeah, as our drivers come in, we're going to ask him a couple
Good
questions
job, Troy.
here.
Thanks, fellas. Good racing.
And let's check out, see if any other drivers are on track. So we got Troy Banks in first, Joseph Martin in second, and James Polson in third.
Well, good race, everybody. Good win. And the top three racers hang out for a little bit, and we're going to have a post-race interview, trying something new and fun at RFJ. Next week, next Sunday night, we are at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca.
Let's patch up the song that finishes up there. Get our drivers set up here. James Polson. They'll just pop in here. I'll do James Polson first.
All right. You want me to do Troy on in the game?
Yeah, I'll run through James, and then after we get done with James, then that way there's not two conversations going at the same time. We'll do Troy next.
Okay. Let me just let him know.
Alrighty.
All right, Troy, hang tight. They're going to do one interview over on the Discord channel, and then you're next.
All right, cool.
Alrighty, James. So walk us through the race from your seat. We know we had that one spin out there. I think Kevin was up on you. Just what were the biggest moments for you during that race there?
Yeah, that was. I mean, I didn't have pace for the top two, but yeah, Kevin was coming up, and that would have been a pretty good race had he not spun out. So I mean, he's got some pace. Just keep at it.
Alrighty. And Sebring's bumps and surfaces are legendary. How'd you manage that car over 45 minutes?
Well, the main corner that I have a problem with, or I notice that most of the bumps are, Sunset Corner, the last turn. But you just try to remember where it is, and if you can, avoid them, or just brace for them.
Yeah, And so traffic management started to get a little wild there after the pits started going. How'd you handle that multi-class traffic tonight? Did you have any issues coming in and out of pit lane?
No, actually, my pit stop, I kind of messed up a little bit. I didn't mean to take tires, and I was wondering why Kevin had caught me so much in the pits, because I guess he didn't take tires and I did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and we saw that there on some of the replays there. Was there any key moments or overtakes where you felt this is my race, this is my position? You know, you finished in third. It seemed like you had it secured for the majority of the race there. Did you have any positions in the race where you were like, I got this spot?
Yeah, I mean, for the most of the beginning, I thought I might have something for the top two once they started hitting two zeros on the lap times. You know, I kind of accepted where I was, but yeah, the first 5 or 10 laps, I was like, well, or 5 laps, I thought might be able to hang up there with them.
Yeah, and they were hitting them 2 minutes flat for quite a while.
Yeah,
last question for you: is there's anyone you'd like to thank, teammates, family?
Yeah, definitely my family for sure, for letting me kind of get away from everything for these few hours on Sunday night and to hang out with you guys, and also Glenn for putting this league on, and everybody at RFA for doing these.
Awesome, cool. Alrighty, and so who else do we got, Glenn? I think we have Joseph in here.
Yep, you got Joseph Martin, finished second place, just 2 seconds behind Troy.
Alrighty, so Joseph, walk us through that race. I know you and Troy were back and forth. So what was the biggest moments for you?
Hey, yeah, that was a tough one to swallow, finishing second there. I was pacing myself pretty well, and then unfortunately we had a bad stop in the pits. I overshot our stall and had to back up and came out about 4 or 5 seconds back. It was a good race up until that point, and I was trying to hustle the rest of the race and making mistakes doing so.
Yeah, and I know I didn't ask the last driver this, but you know, when it comes down to force feedback and stuff like that on the sim rig, you know, how did you manage that car over the last 45 minutes?
Yeah, you can feel the weight shift, and you can feel the grip in the track, and so you've got to hold on to it for sure. To me, there's a sense of grip as you turn in the corners and you're hitting your apexes and you're getting back on the gas, and the key is to make your exits and your apexes as on point as possible, and I think that's what kind of kept me in the game. And yeah, we had a great number 5 Baker Racing Ford here, Ford Mustang. We just wish we could have held on to it.
Yeah, and also I wanted to ask you about the traffic management. You know, as the lapped cars started to roll around, you know, how did you handle that? Did you have any issues coming in and out of pit lane?
Getting into pit was okay. Like I said, we did overshoot our stall, and that lost us the lead there. But we actually did lose about a second in traffic, and we came very close to losing control and slamming the corner out of the last turn halfway through that second fuel run. So I lost a couple seconds there. Super fast car, but yep, we did our best.
All right, and then so to round out that, is there anyone you'd like to thank? Teammates, family, anybody?
Definitely thank our teammate Michael Baker at Baker Racing, who owns this car, the number 5 Ford. Thank my wife for allowing me to come race like this throughout the week, and just thank our brothers here at RFJ for hosting.
Awesome, cool. So Glenn, if you want to take it away with our series winner here.
Yeah, Kyle, unfortunately we lost the session closed,
okay.
So I'm no longer in contact with him.
Alrighty, well, and it was what was his name, so we can give him a shout out. I'll pull it back up here.
We had Troy Banks. He started third place, and finished in first.
All right, so we'll catch Troy on another one, and we'll get his input. Maybe we can catch him on the beginning of the next race next week. Where you want to say where we're at next week, and that'll close us out on this stream? Or do we have that?
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that schedule in front of me right now.
All right.
Next Sunday night, we're at WeatherTech Race Rate Laguna Seca.
There we go. So if you want to race with us, like, subscribe, and leave some comments down the video. And if you want to get with us, we'll get you set up for the race. Alrighty.